George Soros wants to turn Texas blue. It's June 9th, 2025, and these are your headlines. A Democrat-aligned political group backed by billionaire George Soros is once again setting its sights on Texas, aiming to flip the reliably red state with a new multi-million-dollar campaign. Tell me if you've heard this one before, right? It seems like we have this happen every year. But according to a Wall Street Journal report that came out today, Texas Majority PAC, which is bankrolled heavily by Soros, has launched a new initiative dubbed Blue Texas, partnering with the Texas Democrat Party and several county parties to organize volunteers, recruit candidates, and boost voter turnout ahead of the 2026 midterm elections. Now, campaign finance records show Soros gave $2.1 million to Texas Majority PAC in 2024 and another $1 million just in April. The move marks the latest in a long line of efforts by Democrats to try to make inroads in Texas, a state Republicans have dominated for decades. Despite shifting demographics and repeated national predictions of a blue wave, Democrats haven't won a single statewide race in Texas since 1994. Soros and his political allies tried a similar approach in the last election cycle, pouring millions into Texas Majority PAC in an attempt to build a Democrat ground game, but came up short, way short. President Donald Trump, meanwhile, won 12 of the state's 14 border counties and defeated Kamala Harris by nearly 14 percentage points. The Texas Majority PAC, which describes its mission as growing the Democrat majority and winning statewide elections, is hoping for a different result this time. Organizers say they'll hold rallies across the state and visit more than 24 cities this summer to recruit candidates. Their long-term goal is to make Texas a competitive battleground state by 2032, when a new round of redistricting could further increase the state's electoral significance. Past efforts like Battleground Texas, remember them? They were formed over a decade ago with similar ambitions, have largely failed. Republicans have continued to control every statewide office. A Texas A&M summer class uses a textbook that promotes the establishment narrative that President Donald Trump is a criminal. The source provided Texas Scorecard with information regarding a textbook for a Texas A&M political science course offered this summer semester. The textbook in question, the 11th edition of Keeping the Republic, Power and Citizenship in American Politics. The authors of the textbook sharply contrasted how they believed the country viewed former President Joe Biden and President Donald Trump when presenting them in the first chapter, writing, "When President Biden was elected in 2020, we thought we had turned a new page in our political history, but so much of the country's attention remained on Donald Trump, who demanded the limelight during his presidency and refused to relinquish it, as well as political power." The first chapter contains more anti-Trump messaging. The authors repeated the establishment media narrative that President Donald Trump is a criminal, didn't mention the politicization and manipulation of the prosecution against him. The textbook is required reading in American National Government, a political science course at Texas A&M. Other universities have used other versions of this textbook. Previous versions were used at Stephen F. Austin University and at the University of North Texas.
Real Texan.
I hope you'll sit down with Texas Scorecard every Sunday as we visit with real Texans who are doing real things to make the Lone Star State shine even brighter. We're going to be talking to activists and politicians, but we're also going to be talking with men and women who are shaping business in Texas and driving for a better culture.
A state judge in Travis County has ordered that Texas lottery commissioners must hold on to an $83.5 million jackpot won by a woman in February that has not yet been paid out. Last week, District Judge Aurora Martinez-Jones ruled that the jackpot could not be diminished, wasted, or paid to another by Sergio Rey in his official capacity as acting executive director for the Lottery Commission. Jones's temporary restraining order only lasted for 3 days, but a June 5th hearing resulted in Judge Jan Seufer ordering an extension of the enjoyments until June 10th. And on June 10th, the court will reconvene to discuss a longer temporary injunction to protect the jackpot throughout the litigation period. The jackpot, won by a woman who purchased a $20 ticket through the ticket reseller service Jackpocket, has not been dispersed due to an investigation into the controversial win ordered by Governor Greg Abbott. For more of today's stories, go to TexasScorecard.com.